after I came out of prison, where whole world had negated me, and I could have claimed myself psychologically and complained rest of my life.
Reading your book was a very different experience, knowing about you from what often has been projected. You've been often called bohemian, rebellious, lots of other things. I mean, your take on these words, how do you brush it apart and move ahead?
For me, I am me, and the training I hold is also very unique. My parents were very loving and very much ahead of their time in thought processes and lifestyle they live. And then I meet up with an absolute rebel. I fall in love with him. And my sense of integrity was such that even a man like Bhagwan, I was able to say, no, it is time for me to go. And I did. And I still love that man even today. And again, it is such a wonderful experience of life that all names suit me. And in spite of it, I'm simply me.
Now we live in a world where, social media is connects everyone to everyone else. And it can give you, social media is one such place which can give you love and hate at the same time. What is your relationship with social media?
Social media has become partly a verbal catharsis. There are people who do not think for themselves and take social media personally. They have severe psychological damages.
True.
And when people are cathartic, they don't think about what it does to the others. And I find degree of misuse is in social media. But other than to exchange ideas, it is wonderful.
You talk about your relationship with your father. You said that you mentioned that he mentioned to you that do not settle down and marry the first man you meet. How far did that particular advice go with you?
Well, I did exactly that what he told me not to do it. And I had my reasons for it, and he understood my reasons.
Tell us a bit about your relationship with your father.
My father was my guiding force.
Right.
My father was the one who brought me to Bhagwan. And my father gave this vital education about sex and sexuality. It is my mom who loved unconditionally my father. And my father reciprocated with offering my mother the dignity and support a woman needs when she's raising 6 monsters.
So I'd like you to talk a bit about, how important it is for daughters to have fathers who support them in their decisions.
It is so important that father trusts the daughters and not try to bind the daughter in an imprisonment of society and tradition.
So here I'll also talk to us a little bit about your relationship with your daughter now.
You carry your own burdens. Don't ever be a burden on your father. And if the men want to have the new wife to bring riches with them, don't marry them. Walk away, remain without a marriage. You'll be much happier. So do something that makes your parents feel proud of you. And that's how daughters should be. And that's what I did also after I came out of prison, where whole world had negated me. And I could have claimed myself psychologically and complained rest of my life. But that would not have been right on my part. I wanted my parents to feel their daughter is not a weakling. She has learned to walk from them.
You, in your work, you have worked very closely with people who have had mental health issues. Your comments on that?
Mental health is not something to hide. Mental health is something to accept, something to understand and respect. What happens is we discriminate against mental health. We take mental health as a burden. And when things become burden, they become ugly. But when you look at the mental health issue from an eye level without judgment, then you can help the other. It is so important to understand mental health issue not by negating it, by accepting it and dealing with it with love and patience.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any videos by us.